feel like women rob themselves by being too hard and acting like it's tit for tat. Well, you get this when I get this. Now you're putting speculations on your love. That's strange to me. Just love that man. Like my mom says this all the time. And I have not been married yet, right? So technically I'm not a success, but I am a success because I'm happy in real life. But I say that to say, my mom always says, baby, dive in head first. And you know what? You could trip, fall, biff, hurt yourself, or this could be one of the most epic love stories of all time. And that's what I'm holding on to. What if, when I choose to make the decision, I dive in head first, and it's only through actions and experiences that make me pull back? What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of It's Giving. I am your host, SarahFontenot, and if you have not yet, please hit that button below, hit that little bell so you get a notification with each new piece of content that is dropped. Because each week, y'all, I personally think we bring in the heat, and according to these comments, I think you do too. Now today, y'all have been overwhelming with these questions, with these response videos, with the we didn't even get to Reddit on the last video. Y'all have been really sending in some stuff, and so we are going to answer the questions on this episode today. I'm blessed, happy, and grateful, honored to have Anissa on the mic back here. What's up, baby?
What's up, Shout?
What it do, boo?
What's up, Shout? How you doing, Sarah?
Okay, I'm good. I got Kenny over here on the switchboard, creative director, producer over here, making it look aesthetic. If you are on YouTube, gotta give a shout out. Who is Kenny V? Shot by Anissa, not with a gun. Hello. With the camera, you feel me? So, Anissa, what we got today, girl?
We got guns. No, I'm playing.
Nah. But maybe we need one.
You feel me? We have questions and we have videos.
I'm scared of these videos. That last one.
Which
really
one would
threw
you
me for a
like
doozy.
to pick your poison?
Should we do videos first this time?
I feel like we should do videos first.
Yeah. That
Yes.
means pick up my phone.
Yes, ma'am.
And for those of you that
pick
are
at
like,
any order.
Sarah looks at her phone. Okay. You want me to pick?
Pick in any order. It doesn't matter.
I'm just going to start from the top. How about that?
Perfect,
Oh,
darling.
I'm scared. Men and women dating podcast in Atlanta.
Flew her out and was, I guess, expecting, some cheeks, but that clearly didn't happen. So I don't know if he didn't, make that clear or what, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Thoughts on the
picking
video?
up that he don't got no game, because if he had game, he
Ooh.
would have been got the cheeks. Period.
Shit.
So he messed up somewhere. Let me tell you, because I think initially she knew she was gonna give something up if she flew out there,
Got
and
you.
I think that it didn't go the way she thought it was gonna go.
Mhm.
So that's where
Like
he
so
fucked
so
up.
up somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
He flew her out and was, I guess, expecting, some cheeks. But
Oh, I think I missed
He
the
flew.
first part.
She got flued out, and he wanted some cheeks, and he didn't get the cheeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kenny, we gonna have to do some editing on that one because they were throwing in all the little cuss words. So what's the question?
It's a reaction
I don't think I have one.
to the. How do you feel about women expecting? How do you feel about men expecting women to sleep with them because he paid for a flight for her to come see him?
I feel like that's a broke man mindset. The hell? I feel like if you expect me to have sex with you because you flew me somewhere, you have low vibrational experiences and your mind, like you're in the gutter. Get your mind out the gutter. If you want to take me somewhere exclusive to have time specifically just with me and do something nice for me, I think that that's absolutely amazing, incredible, super thoughtful and great. But that does not mean that now you have an expectation to my body. I don't have no expectation to your bank account.
Ooh.
So, at the same time, the same way that women look at men for money is the same way that men look at women for body. And I don't subscribe to that story. If you want to do something nice for me, do something nice for me because you want to do something nice for me, not because you think you're going to get something out of it. What the hidden agenda is that? And also, fun fact, I'm not going on a trip with anyone I don't like. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I'm going on a trip with you if I know and trust you. Because also, don't forget, people are crazy and girls come up missing all the time.
This
It
is
won't
true.
be me. So I think that women get to stop having the entitlement to go on trips and actually go on trips with people they enjoy. Stop dating for the experience of dates and date for that man. So it's a double-edged sword, really. Are we complete?
I'm complete. Go whenever you feel like going to the next video.
Just go to the next video.
Yeah, it's several.
I was waiting on a response. See,
I
these are
don't-
harder because it's less conversation.
I don't have because I just feel like the internet's gonna chew you out for that. To be honest, because there's so many girls that talk about I'm getting flued out.
That's prostitution. That is high price prostitution. Are you a prostitute or are you a woman that actually wants to be with a man? It's so frustrating to me. And you know what else is frustrating to me? How they glamorize prostitution. Oh, girl, I'm getting flued out. Nah, heifer, you're getting paid for sex on a trip at a location. You could have done that in your bedroom and got the money.
I mean, but we live.
What
in
are we
a,
talking
we
about?
We live in a world that having an OnlyFans is normal.
We live in a world where women are seeking attention instead of respect, and it is so frustrating to me. That is the problem. And that's the agenda that needs to shift, where a woman who values herself and respects herself, whatever it looks like. Look, if you feel in integrity with yourself, where you're going out and you are sleeping with whoever, that's your predicament. That's your own prerogative. And I'm not here to fight with you on that. However, are you in integrity with yourself? Or are you doing this to pose on the gram in a Birkin bag and some Chanel shoes? You're doing it for a picture on Instagram? That's mind-blowing to me. Do what you want to do because you actually and genuinely want to do it, not because people are going to think that you're more dope. Because honestly, I'm going to get eaten alive. Here we go. Any high-value person.
Say it.
Ooh.
Say it. Say it.
Oh, God.
Say it, Fontenot.
No high-value person is looking at those kinds of women as someone that has value. Which means I don't have to treat you right. I don't have to speak to you well. I don't have to respect you. I don't even have to love you. In fact, you'll give me your most valuable asset that you have for a trip. That's crazy to me.
I concur.
And those women will probably never be wives until they switch the tune of their drum.
Ooh. What?
That's what she said. I'm gonna get eaten on that.
He said you're dead on the internet.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
We have a live audience today.
We have a lot of polarizing content. It's the truth though, because I'm so sick of women. I'm so sick of the women that I might look like. You know, I look a lot like the women that would get flown out. And I think it's important for the women that I do look like to know that it's more than that. It's got to be more than just money that can get you to spread your legs.
You know, you would think.
You would hope. Or this is the bottom of the barrel.
I don't want to turn biblical on you, but a whole chapter of Proverbs talks about the immoral woman.
Oh my God.
Just saying, I'm just being real.
Okay.
Next video.
Yeah,
please.
What did you guys send me? I'm just,
for the love of all
who chose these? Italy, was this you?
Everybody says that Black women are just bitter and Black women are just mad because they're dating white women, and when white women are easier to deal with and Black women are difficult. And in reality, Black women don't even care. Like, it's
we
like,
don't give a like, we literally do not care.
We want someone that wants us back.
Period.
And if it's not going to be Black men, that's why all the Black women are starting to date white men.
Period.
And they say, let me know if it's true, because I haven't. I feel like a lot of Black women say, like, I am treated at such a higher standard.
Yeah.
Than when I've dated Black men. And that and they're like, I'm not going back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says that.
I hate this video.
Please just expound on it, please. I'm not going to say anything.
My heart is fluttering.
Just you know,
and not in a good way. Like I'm running through the hills looking at bunnies, hoping for lollipop drops and double drops.
Just let them have it.
Anissa, this is why we have a divide. It's conversations like this that bring awareness to the fact of, well, should I not want to date a Black woman as a Black man? Should I not want to date a Black man as a Black woman?
I feel like their point is because Black women, a lot of Black men, or no, let me be more specific. The Black men that they choose treat them so poorly that they resonate that to the whole. Like all Black men are like this. So I'm gonna go test my luck with English boy over here, right? And because there's a lot of white men who fetishize Black women.
Yeah, that's true. I was just having this conversation not too long ago. And this is what I think. We live in a world where Black women are conditioned to be strong. We are conditioned to be resilient, and it is encouraged for us to be tough rather than for us to be vulnerable. Whereas in other races, it is encouraged for them to be soft, for them to be open, for them to be vulnerable. And so we have to understand, when we go back to what society has done to women, there might be a little more of a guard that you have to break down. Even so, and I might be making this statistic up, but I'm pretty sure there are more single Black moms than any other race. So if you think about a single Black mother, you have to be a little bit harder. You have to be a little more inside of your masculine. And you also have to have a better job at choosing a partner whose lead you can trust, so you don't have to be that way in the world anymore. I think that we live in a world where people are constantly, talking about the Black woman. I am strong, I am resilient, and I'm also soft, and I'm also vulnerable, and I'm not going to raise my voice to my partner, and I'm not going to disrespect my man. There are certain things, because of the code of Sarah, and we all have our own code, insert your name here, because of the code of Sarah, you won't catch me doing to me. Even when I'm disrespectful, not even really that disrespectful, just to me, because of how strong my code is. So I think for any Black man that is like, I really want to be with a Black woman, but they are a little bit too tough, or they're a little bit too hard. Well, when shit hits the fan, please know you have a warrior next to you, because we've been through, grown through, and gone through everything. Like, people see this Sarah, like, this is feminine Sarah. I'm like warrior Sarah and princess Sarah. Call me Xena, the warrior princess. Really and truly dependent on what it is. If our backs are against the wall, please know you got a rider behind you. And you should hope that you would get that inside of your partnership, because it's harder for a Black man.
I used to believe, well, a part of me still believes that Black men get with white women because they're more docile. That's what I used to like.
I don't think that.
Cause that's what the society makes us believe.
White sister-in-laws.
I believe you. I'm just saying, that's what the image that they put, they don't want to deal with the Black woman that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to tell you to own up to your stuff, that's going to tell you that you need to get your stuff together. The white woman's going to let you just, not all people.
I don't agree. I think it's how they do it.
What do you mean?
I think inside of white culture, Caucasian culture, I think that there's less grit, because they're growing up, and it's like the video that we watched before, how it's like the mom makes her son her husband, right? Because she's a single mom. She's never had a man. If you've only ever come from, and you're inside of two parent family households, and you don't necessarily have to see the struggle. You actually get to see your parent, because they're not working 3 jobs to keep the lights on and make sure that you can go to daycare and play in sports. And they're not as frustrated because they're not working 3 jobs to keep the lights on and make sure that you can play in sports. I think that when you understand what a lot of Black people face, you would understand that there is a level of grit, but there's such a beautiful opportunity to appreciate that grit, because we can get through anything. So it really goes back to, are we bitter? No, I don't even think I know any bitter people, to be completely transparent. I mean, that's not my vibration, so I don't attract that. And what was the other word she used? Bitter and what?
I'm not sure.
Bitter and, I don't know, mean, strong, whatever the word is. I don't think those are the right words. I think it's people that lack vocabulary to be able to say, maybe a lot of Black women are a lot more masculine, and I do believe that is true. And that's not to weaponize the masculinity. It's just the truth, right? It's more of a struggle for a Black woman to lay down the whatever and be like, okay, this is fine. But I do think that we as women, one of the most beautiful opportunities that we have is to choose a man that we trust. Because if you choose a man that you trust, you automatically come out of your masculine.
This is true.
Because it's innate for us to be in our feminine. I think one of the most beautiful measures of a man is to see his girl in her feminine. Her nervous system is regulated.
Yeah.
And it's because he makes her feel so safe, so secure, so respected. You don't even really see that. More people honestly want to have a warm body in the bed at night than they do want to have good treatment and respect.
Women are like gardens.
Yes.
Like you have
what you plant grows.
Right. Like the condition of your garden is the condition to how the man takes care of his garden.
What you plant grows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
You give us fruit and vegetables, we will grow that.
Mm-hmm.
You give us
we multiply everything.
we multiply it.
Mm-hmm. Next video.
You're gonna have to mute me on a couple of these, Kenny. I don't know why I'm cussing.
You
Who am I
30. It's your
today?
birthday. That's
It's
why.
my birthday. I'm a grown woman. That's who. 36, baby. It's tomorrow. You're right. But by the time this airs, it's still my month. But it'll still be my month.
Y'all, we
It's
have
my
a live
birthday.
audience today.
We do have a live audience today. Okay. Oh no. All the modern women need to hear this. Who picked this?
Nope.
I'm scared.
Yep.
What you're saying is, I have to marry you, make you my wife, in order for you to start doing wife things.
I mean, I'm just a girlfriend.
Okay. Okay. Shrika, do you want to marry me?
Yes,
Why?
because you a provider, a protector. You watch out for me. I love you. Why would I not want to marry you?
I appreciate that, and I love you too. So what you're saying to me is, those are the things you want your husband to do.
Yes,
So you see your husband in me.
yes, exactly.
Okay. So the things I'm doing right now, even though I'm not your husband, you want your husband to do. And the crazy thing is, that's just who I am. Not because this is what I feel like I have to do. I do it because that's who Jeremy is. I'm already a husband.
Well, the man at the end did not agree.
I think he was disagreeing with the woman. Like he kind of like shut her up type thing.
I think he was agreeing with the woman at the end. I've talked about this in on this podcast. I'm sending this to Kenny. Sorry guys, that's why I'm looking at my phone. This is number 3 because I don't think I sent you number 2. But I will. So this is where I feel like people go wrong, in my personal opinion and in my personal experience, because even though I'm not married, I could have been more than once.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that people put marriage as like the finish line when it's actually the starting line. And I think that in order to understand and appreciate and be inside of a healthy relationship, you have to be all of who you are. I think if you naturally are a person that likes to cook, that likes to clean, that believes in traditional gender roles, you should do all of that. Don't hold back on who you are because you're not a wife yet. No, relationships, intentional dating is the portion that leads up to you being a wife. It's the qualifying period to see if you are a wife. I was actually having this conversation with one of my best friends, and she said, we were talking about what is the difference between being a girlfriend and being a wife. I've had this same conversation with my therapist. What is the difference between being a girlfriend and being a wife? Because I personally don't know how to not give 100%. I don't know how to start saying, oh, well, I'm not your wife yet, so I'm not going to massage you or rub your feet or cook for you when I'm inspired to or whatever. I'm going to do what I do because it's who I am. But where I'm not going to go into delusion is mixing up yours and mine with ours.
Mm.
We don't have a house. You have your house. I have my house. We'll have our house when we're married because that actually means that it's ours. There's nothing really that's ours. Now, if we buy something that we can each separately use, as an example, let's say, even a dog. Is it our dog? I don't think you should start mixing up the our stuff prematurely because it leads a delusion of, ooh, what happens if you break up? Mm-hmm. It's right back to yours and mine. Yeah, I think that marriage means to become one under God.
This is true.
And with that, it is ours.
Mm-hmm.
But up until that point, it's not.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't take away from you being who you are.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you should show up powerfully in any relationship that you're in.
Like, it's like, how am I supposed to know you're going to take care of me the way I want you to take care of me as a spouse if you don't even give me a glimpse of it as my man?
How do I even know I like you for real? I mean, really, Like, and we've had this conversation literally. When I commit in a relationship, I'm not even talking about, I've never been married. And in my adult life, I'm good. Yes, I've been paying every bill of my own because I'm single. But when I'm in a relationship, that hasn't been the case.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a question? Or is that what's up? Praise God. Oh, praise be. So I feel like it's sad. It's sad that women feel like, it's just so frustrating because women, I got a little emotional watching that video. Maybe it was the music, but I feel like women rob themselves by being too hard and acting like it's tit for tat. Well, you get this when I get this. Now you're putting speculations on your love. That's strange to me. Just love that man. Like my mom says this all the time. And I have not been married yet, right? So technically I'm not a success, but I am a success because I'm happy in real life. But I say that to say, my mom always says, baby, dive in head first. And you know what? You could trip, fall, biff, hurt yourself, or this could be one of the most epic love stories of all time. And that's what I'm holding on to. What if, when I choose to make the decision, I dive in head first, and it's only through actions and experiences that make me pull back? So I think be all of who you are. Next video. She the one.
I want to meet your mama too.
She the one, not 2 or 3. Yeah, mommy. We should FaceTime.
Would you
her
like
and be
to
"Teach us a
tell the viewers or the givers who's in the live audience today?
We have, no, I don't want to say who. We have amazing people in the live audience, and I'm excited about this. Maybe we should start doing this.
Yeah. We got some stars in the back.
We got, it's famous.
Yeah.
It's giving famous.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Through and through.
For sure.
I'm just grateful to be here. Wow. And they're listening. I hope I'm not just talking crazy and they're like, why are we her friend? Okay. Are we going to do unveiling what do modern women bring to the table?
Listen,
who picked
you
this video?
told me. Sarah asked me specifically before as soon as I walked in the door, Anissa, I want the most ratchet,
that is
ghetto.
not what I said.
You might as well have said it. She said, I want all the women who think they all that, but they surviving on dating. I want it all. And I try to find the most ratchet. She's like, Anissa, what you sent me, you literally asked for this, ma'am.
But this is a prime example of how information gets changed based on what we hear. Yeah, it's this telephone.
Ma'am.
You just said, I want the women that be thinking.
The algorithm is my.
She's with the ratchet.
Don't
use the word ratchet. No, or ghetto. But it's okay. It's all good. Because I can't relate to certain things. I'm like, damn, I can't relate. No,
but a lot of the things that you speak on is a lot of the mindset that modern women have.
I agree with you. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
These are tough videos to respond to because it hurts my heart watching them. So let's.
I think it's great.
For sure.
As a male consumer of your content right now, I'm like, she's saying everything that I'm enjoying this.
Okay.
It's on point.
You need cameras for the live audiences.
That's what you're looking for, but the natural, more truthful is better.
Sometimes I just vent and it gets a little ugly.
The more vulnerable, the more.
Shake them tables, Sarah.
Oh, I be ruffling some feathers. Okay, so here we go. Unveiling what do modern women bring to the table. Are you guys ready?
You ain't gonna like this one.
Oh, God.
I want a good guy, bad guy, whatever brings the money and make me richer. That's what it is. Because he can't pay all my bills and take care of what else I got going on, and then no.
Name 5 things that you have to offer a man.
Nothing, and nothing.
What the f?
You ain't with that one. Thank you, best friend. Nothing.
What do you need from a man who you're gonna take seriously?
Money.
That's all you look for. You're not serious though.
You asked for this. I don't know why I'm nervous right now. I don't know why. Like my heart is spluttering. Like my anxiety is going up.
These, ooh, Lord forgive me.
You asked for ghetto.
I never said that word. These are the black women black men don't want. Ooh! Let me be crystal clear.
No man
You have
wants.
no class. You have no regality. You have no regard for human. You have no value inside of what you see. You have no character. You literally just, and whether you're being funny or not, the idea, and this is the thing, you got to make the money so you know it's not the most important. Like when I was broke and struggling and I couldn't pay my rent every month and I was calling my mom asking for help, when I was putting $3 on Pump 5 and praying to God that I would get there and back, when I was deciding whether I was going to put gas in my car or food in my fridge, when that was my life, all I used to think about was the money. Please, God, bless me with the money. Never to get it from someone else. I'm talking about God, just bless me. Just give it to me. I'm willing to do the work. I'm doing my best out here. When that was my life. And never was I like, oh, you need to do this for me. If you don't bring money to the table, we ain't the one. You ain't the one. Homegirl, you look crazy. You sound crazy. And you have the audacity to even ask for a man that's going to pay all of your bills for what? You obviously won't even bring that man peace. Let alone some value.
I mean,
you sound like a walking problem.
They got coochie, Sarah.
And you look at this point, if he's paying all her bills, he could get that from a prostitute that looks better, sounds better, and treats him better. What does he need her for? And this is the problem. This is my problem with modern day women. You're so entitled with nothing to offer. You're so entitled with no value. That man said, what do you bring to the table? Have you ever read a book?
Ooh.
Can you multiply his money?
Yo, no,
can you help him grow?
No lie. I promise you, I just watched a video a few days ago where you know how they have the girls all lined up and it's like to pop the balloon and find love. There was a guy who walked up to each girl and he was like, 5 times 6. Tell me what 5 times 6
30.
is. They could not answer. 7 times 8. Somebody was like, whatever.
42.
You know, and another guy was like, what's 8 times 7? And they was like
56.
No.
Ain't it?
Oh, 8 times 2 is 16.
Oh, 8 times 2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. He was like, what's 7 times 8? And then he was like, what's 8 times 7? And she was like,
oh my God.
Yeah. Like they don't even know their multiplication.
I hope I didn't just clown myself that quick, but I'm actually pretty good at numbers. I will say, math is kind of a strong suit for me.
We gonna chop it up to a miscommunication.
No,
you didn't hear me properly.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel that's what I'm saying. Like you mean to tell me you have no skills? Like not one?
They know how to suck a mean schlong.
No, they
Sarah.
really don't even do that either. These black girls be like, I don't do all that. For what?
I'm trying to give them an out. You're not helping.
There is no out. Walk your ass out the door and go learn a skill. And then go to finishing school and learn what man is going to look at that and say, you know what? I do need to pay her bills. You know what? Ladies, we're camera 3. Can I, let me see. How does camera 3 look? Oh, camera 3. Ladies, this is what you should ask yourself before you ask your man, that man, because he ain't yours yet. Before you ask that man for anything, you should ask yourself, what am I bringing to him to ease or make his life better? Mm-hmm. That's what value is. If you can't answer that question, you don't deserve anything yet. What has that man said in the way that you bring him value? If it's only let me take you to dinner, let me take you to eat, let me do what? Why does he want to keep serving you if there's no service back? It is the law of reciprocity. What can you do to support that man? And that is the problem with these modern day women. It is all I, me, take. You got to be careful who you give to because takers don't know when to stop.
Mm. Okay.
I am tired. These people they're ruining this generation. It's literally ruining the generation. Mm-hmm. And then little girls are glamorizing and fetishizing.
I mean, they got Sexy Red as a role model, girl.
Oh, I just found out who that was like 2 months ago.
They coochie pink and they booty hole brown, girl.
And
what
the worst part is
saying?
the beat is high key good.
you know.
That's really the problem. I heard that song. It played on the radio.
And you was like, okay, this a little pop or whatever.
No, at first I was mortified. Because I literally was like, your what is what and your what is what? The level of like
people are mad that Tyler won like the best artist, like best new artist of the year over Sexy Red. Like I don't understand why anybody would think she would win anything.
Like Kendrick said, he thinks she's 2 women. I just
They not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. Hey, we were dancing to that the other day. It was really great. We went to a T-Pain concert. It was phenomenal. Yeah, but I say that to say, a lot of these these kinds of, you know what, let me just go ahead and say, Kenny, you're going to have to bleep me.
Ooh, not bleep.
There are black people and there are What'd you say? There are two different types.
This is true.
Now, there are times where you got to resort a little bit.
You got to go to Ville sometimes.
And then bring it back. You know? It's duality. You got to have a little bit of both.
Yeah, for sure.
However,
if
you just stay inside and you probably don't, you don't need no man. You can do bad all by yourself.
This is true.
That's what I'm saying.
Next video.
So, sorry. I know that was out of character for me, but it had to be said. Okay? Okay, I'm going to read women's bring about... No, I'm not going to do that one.
Yo, please do that one. Do all of them.
Okay.
Do all of the things I send you, please.
Jeez Louise.
You asked for this, woman.
So why can't we cheat too?
First of all, masculine women, if 20 women touch this cup, I could easily clean it off.
Oh, shut up.
But if
I already know
20
what you're
men
saying. That go inside of you.
The water is going to be nasty, and I don't want it anymore. That's why women can't cheat.
It's the fact that they compared women genitalia to water to me. That's crazy. And I just met him not too long ago. He's actually a really cool guy, but that was crazy.
What he's saying is men can wash us off.
What? Elaborate, man.
Men penetrate. We are penetrated.
Oh,
It is hard to remove a man from inside. You can't go in and just clean yourself up. A man just has to clean himself off. So what he's saying is, if you just have a bunch of men that are up inside of you, essentially you're tainted. But a man won't be tainted because he can wash us off.
That's stupid.
I mean, see, the problem for me is I think in the sense of that's really tough for me, because in the sense I so highly value sex. Like, I so highly value sex. I could be dating a man, laying beside a man, and not have sex with a man. I so highly value sex. So, I mean, body counts aren't ideal to be super high. You know, it's probably not ideal.
Do you think body count matters?
To who? Men?
So just in general. Do you feel like people should care about what people did in their past? If they're displaying the characteristics that they need to display to be attracted to them? Like, I don't know, is the born again the born again good girl, like the redeemed thought. Like, do you believe in that? Don't laugh. I'm serious. I'm being honest.
I think, if I'm honest, I think there's a thing called sexual market value. And I think that your sexual market value is lower if you've been ran through.
Ooh.
That's what I think. I think that and it's not right or wrong, it's just the truth. Right? Most men don't want a woman that's been on everybody. You know, if it's ideal, most men want to take pride in the fact that their woman is exclusive. Now, maybe in the prime of their life, or maybe if they're just a popular person or whatever that may be. But for the most part, high value men, let's not mistake that with high earning men. High value men don't want a woman that's been ran through from top to bottom.
Okay.
That's not ideal. I don't think body count necessarily matters as much to maybe like a man that's ultra famous and has ran through everything too. He might be a little more like, I get it. You know, that was life back then. But I do think that it diminishes your value. Because then it's not exclusive.
What if like a woman like got exposed to sex really early? Like, say she started having sex in her early teens, right?
Wow.
And then it happens.
I know.
So, but like she wisens up in like her 20s and she's like, you know what? I'm celibate, abstinent, whatever. And she doesn't have sex for like 5 or 6 years. Does her sexual market value goes up within the time frame that she's been abstaining and, you know, growing as a person and cultivating herself into a high value woman? Or does she still remain in your sexual market value is low for who you used to be?
Oh, this is going to be terrible too.
Oh, Lord.
Does she have children?
Let's say no.
If she doesn't have children, I think that it's not a matter of whether her sexual market value goes up or down. It's whether or not she wants to be transparent with the new men that she's with. And inside of the time that she is getting her life together, in the sense where she's getting her body together, she's drinking water, she's learning new skills, she's being a pleasant person to be around, she's helpful and kind and feminine. I think that no matter what, an attractive person, and I'm talking about energy and essence, not aesthetic, an attractive person is an attractive person.
Regardless.
And you will attract on the level that you're at, right? So does that mean that you're just ruined if you were just a hoe in the past? No, it doesn't mean that you're ruined. It means you've got work to do. Most people aren't willing to do that work, though.
This is true. People would rather run to comfort. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah. That's my opinion. If she's had children, it's tougher.
Oh, yeah. I live that life all the time.
Yeah.
It's a struggle, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next video.
Okay. Okay, great. Next video, women's bring about. Okay, let's just go.
Entire body of a woman is the creator of life. I'm sorry.
That's false.
The ass, everything. We create life.
No. Let me correct you. Women bring about life. Men create life. In my nutsack right now, I got 80 billion life forms living in me. Your eggs are dead until a man puts life form in you. Furthermore, you only have an X chromosome. Men hold the X and the Y chromosome. So we also dictate the sex of the baby. So you should be thanking your father for creating you, because your mother only brought you to term.
Oh, baby. It's giving ignorance. Bless his heart.
Oh, I really don't like that podcast because he sounds very ignorant on a lot of the things he says.
I don't know who this person is. I've never heard of him and I've never seen him before, but you're sadly misinformed.
Okay.
You know,
school him, Sarah.
Well, the truth about it is you can't make a baby without sperm or an egg. Like, it takes both. You know, no one is out here having kids on their own. So the fact that he's saying women don't create life and we incubate life. Okay, you're the beginning of helping to create the life. Then we incubate the life, give birth to the life. Literally souls passing through our canal. And what else is really crazy? Did you know that us as an egg was inside of our grandmother? Like, the way God is, women only have a set amount of eggs, right? We are literally the lineage of how we are. We've been here. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. Yes.
So literally, we were inside of our grandmother because our mother was inside of our grandmother.
Yeah.
Yes, and we were inside of our mother, and then we come. Right now, the eggs that I have, if God sees fit to have me bear children, I have my grandchildren inside of me already.
This is true.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for a man to say, oh, I decide, now you do decide the sex of the baby. Congratulations, hats off to you. However, it's the same thing as you can't incubate a baby without a womb. Now, they are creating these in labs these days. I have heard that there are like lab babies that are being created. However,
play God,
the truth is, it's such a stupid argument. You cannot have a child without both sexes. It is impossible. Literally impossible. End of statement. End of discussion. Why are they even arguing over something so scientifically proven that what they're both saying is stupid? Am I tripping?
No.
I am tripping? Oh, fill us in, Emmanuel. Oh, see, I put you on a chest. Now you're over here sitting games with other people. The disrespect. No, you did not. Although he's much better at chess than me, but I beat Italy, so I feel good.
I play chess. Don't nobody want to play chess with me.
Are you good?
I am.
Challenge.
Heard.
Received.
Say less.
Received. Did I send this video? Let me make sure I sent it.
That last video is on. It's from the Facebook, and yeah.
Yes, you cannot have the child without both.
Because I mean, a man cannot. You know,
you can't make a baby by yourself. Imagine how many kids would have been born on the couch, born in their socks.
Ew.
Imagine how many kids would have been born in their comforters or in a tissue on a nightstand.
Ew.
It was his tone for me.
What happened?
It was his tone in the video.
It was very condescending.
It was very condescending.
I don't like that.
I just thought he meant like it was the amount of balls before.
It's true. And our eggs are in our womb. Our ovaries.
Was communicating that one's role was more important
than the other.
That and he was insinuating that.
Yeah.
Inside of the message, and for me, like you said, what's the point of that conversation?
It's stupid.
That creates
divide.
It's supposed to be such a beautiful thing that creates more love. Creates life.
Yes.
And why is it that somebody should be getting more credit for creating that union, that something so sacred?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Because of her tone. Like, she was saying it as if, like, she knew exactly. Like, yeah.
It's always like, who's the better sex? The man or the woman? Like, why aren't people being okay with us just being equal in our own right?
Yeah. Oh, my God. All right, next video. Here we go. He told her she need to get
anxiety over here, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, I've seen this video. I don't want to watch this video.
Why not?
I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Wait. I didn't know it was gonna be like that, Sarah. Golly. I didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna be like.
All because she said she needed to get on the treadmill. I mean, why they gonna bleep her out now? She done said. She done said everything.
What did I just watch?
I don't know. I promise you, I didn't know it was gonna be.
Why'd
like
you
that.
send this to me?
You know what? I thought it was gonna be a little ratchet. I thought it was gonna talk about. I didn't know she was gonna go off on like that. That was my bad.
You didn't pre-watch it before you sent it to me?
I just.
Thin ice.
Huh?
Thin ice.
Don't do that. Y'all gonna leave me alone. All of y'all gonna leave me alone. Come on, you supposed to be my brother in Christ. Why are you playing with me?
Okay, so so there's nothing more powerful than a person that can keep their cool. There is literally nothing more powerful that does not allow their emotions to take hold of them instead of them taking hold of their emotions. Because the truth of the matter is, how we respond to anything is like it's like emotions that are locked inside of the vault, which is us. We literally have to put the code into the vault, open the vault in order to even allow those emotions to come out. There is nothing that any person can allow me to do to get out of character. And people that do get around me that can almost bring me out of character, if they try it, like you keep trying, I won't be around you. Proximity to me is now deaded. Access is no longer living.
I have a question.
Yes.
I was just in a situation where I had got out of character.
Okay.
I was very embarrassed because I was in public. Because listen, I'm from Clayco. I wasn't raised.
I don't think that's an excuse though.
It ain't an excuse.
But go ahead.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know, Shaw. I don't got all my buttons, as my grandma used to say. Okay.
Okay.
So
I don't think any woman does truly, but
so me and my sister were walking into the mall, and there was these guys that was trying to sell us the cards that had a QR code to their music, and we was like, nah, we don't listen to a lot of secular music. We listen to gospel music, which is true. And they was like trying to debate us about like Jesus and the Bible and all of the things, and we just eventually just walked off because they wanted us to hear them, but they wasn't trying to hear us. So me and her was just going to walk up because we just came to get lunch. Like we didn't come for a debate. These men proceeded to follow us through the mall. Right. And I was cool. Like I was cool up until we were being followed because I'm a woman that has been attacked by a man before. and they came at us again. And I was just like, hey, bro, you need to find something safe to do. Get out of our face before you have before we find a problem. Because I know I'm small and dainty and stuff like that. Well, I ain't really dainty, but I'm small, right? I don't play that. So like I got real out of pocket. I let that Clayco show real fast. And I felt so bad afterwards. I'm like, I'm so sorry you had to see me like that. What as a woman who said what you just said about the power is being able to keep your cool, how do you maintain keeping your cool when you are being attacked by somebody? I don't care about you telling me, oh, I need to go get on a treadmill. That's subjective. But you following me around, verbally like attacking me, trying to get me to, he was calling me gay and all this. It was real out of pocket and crazy. And anybody from where I'm from can say my reaction was warranted and deserved because my buttons were clearly pushed. So how do you feel like I should have handled that situation better?
If I'm being followed, I'm walking directly to the security desk.
Girl, security in South Lake Mall don't exist.
What is South Lake Mall?
Exactly.
That sounds like a lot with your environment.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go somewhere that there's not security.
I live on the South Side, Sarah. I live on the South Side.
So I wouldn't go to malls on the South Side. You have a car, I'd drive somewhere different. Which also says, because this is a thing too, people don't talk, they shoot. And that's what's always on my mind. So I'm not going anywhere, even almost going to start a conversation or be open to a conversation or putting myself in a place where I could get shot at. Do you know what I mean? So if there's not security, I don't want to go there. So I would say don't put yourself into situations and environments where you have to come out of character. And that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to people, proximity to me, access, it's deaded. You want to pull me out of character? Because I came out of character. I told you that's when I broke a window. You know what I mean? Like I've had I found out I was crazy in 2012. I didn't know. I really didn't. I had no idea. I genuinely and honestly thought that I just had it all together. When you reach that threshold that you didn't even know existed because it's never been tested before, I don't want to be in those kinds of situations. So you've got to make sure that you're doing your part not to be put in those situations in the first place. That's the one time, and I felt guilty afterwards. I was like, dang, I really just broke a window, all the things. And it wasn't intentional, realistically speaking. That man, I was in a relationship. You know the story. I was in a relationship. I went over there. We were supposed to talk. I was actually pregnant at the time. I miscarried shortly after. Yeah, it was terrible in a Denny's bathroom. And it was because of stress, all the things. And what's crazy is I went over there and we got into a fight after already being in a fight, in an argument. And he slammed the door on my face. And it was literally like my neck started to get hot. Now my neck still gets hot. Like
Are you a dragon, Sarah?
Oh, I start to feel the thing boiling inside of me. And when I start to feel the thing, I gotta go.
My body starts I start to shake and I start to see red. Yeah, my body is like getting prepared to attack.
My body is getting prepared to kill.
Oh, well.
To murder.
Well, yeah.
So I don't want to be in that position. So that's the first time I ever felt it. I felt the hot coming up my neck, and I was like, oh, he thinks he gonna shut the door on me. I went right over here to his window, which was right beside the door, and I tried to push it off the crack, and then the window broke. So when that happened, I was like, oh, it was like reality snapped in. And then all the things happened. His mom came out. She was like, Sarah, calm down. I was in my early 20s. And he's like, who cares? But anyway, she's like, Sarah, calm down. He pulled the gun. I was like, pull the trigger. You count. It was crazy. That was my diary of a mad Black woman moment. But I didn't know I had that in me.
But in my defense, I've never had those type of issues. I grew up on the South Side. I'm from Washington Road. Like I grew up.
I don't know what any of that means.
It's the hood, Sarah.
Okay. Great.
And I'm just, it's this, not saying it's my comfort zone, because we all know that we all got to get out of our comfort zone, right? But that's Clayco is home. So it's like, I've never thought that in a million years I would experience something like that, because I've never experienced something like that.
But also, you don't need a defense because you're grown and you did what you did. And you did what you did to want to feel protected. I'm just saying, don't put yourself in positions where you have to flex up on anybody.
Hurt.
Go to a different mall.
Hurt.
No defense needed. No, you didn't do anything wrong.
Period, Pooh. All right, on to the questions.
Ooh, okay. Oh, God. We got time for 2 questions.
This is wonderful. Wonderful, darling. All right. This is from our girl Celeste.
Oh, okay. What's the question?
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
What?
No. Absolutely not. You want to know what I believe in? I believe in science. And I believe that if you think you love somebody at first sight, it is literally your dopamine, your serotonin, all the chemicals inside of your body. As my good friend will say, your chemical cocktail is strong and you drink it. And now it's probably some kind of trauma. If I see you and I don't even know you and I love you, I got every question. Don't ever love me at first sight.
I feel like when people say love at first sight, it's like when you look at a person and on the outside, they're everything that you want, and then you lock eyes and then you're just smitten. You know, in the cartoons, how people used to like float in the air to have their eyeballs and now hearts, and they just following them. The only thing they want to do is figure out how to get in their presence. Yeah. I feel like that's what that is.
Yeah, it's giving trauma bond.
What? How is okay? Lust, maybe. How trauma bonding?
What? How could you ever value something that highly when you only see it one time? It's trauma. There's no answer but trauma.
Steve Urkel saw Laura Winslow for the first time.
We all know how that went. Well, actually, they ended up together.
Yeah, that's what. Exactly.
But that really worked because he worked on her for a decade, and then she fell in love with how persistent and loving and kind and all the things. And he probably didn't even like her after he got her, to be honest, because now the chase was over.
Dang.
You know, I love at first sight sounds terrible to me. I don't trust it. And you know what is crazy? You don't want it. Personal experience. One of my relationships, my ex told me I was his dream girl. If a man ever tells you his dream girl, you should probably just run. Like, you don't even know me yet. How am I your dream girl? You know, it's giving toxic. It's also giving texting. Next question. People think I don't. This is my toxic trait. I see everything.
It is the most annoying thing on the planet, but I love you, Sarah.
Me? Did you see the no excuse though? In the past, you would have been like, "Well, this was it." Nope. I'm proud of you, guys. My girl Anissa, she the truth.
Thank you.
Yes, and I appreciate you for allowing me to have tough love. I think you operate better inside of tough love than like sweet love.
Yeah, because my mother wasn't sweet to me.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I learned that. I was like, I can't just, I got to tell you straight. Other people, I'm like, I love you. And just so you know, this could be better. And also, you did a really great job. I can't do that with you. Can't. Doesn't work. It's not effective.
Because I've gotten that my whole life. I've always been the kid that excelled. I'm used to people praising me. Oh, you did such a good job. You're the best. Oh, honor student.
Yeah. Okay, we might be able to get 2 more questions.
Yeah,
maybe 3. I don't know.
Okay. Somebody says, Shaka _Richardson says, women ask, where are all the good men? But my question is, where are all the good women?
Right. We all right here, baby.
Right. I'm single, guys. I'm
okay.
just saying.
Can I I'm going to get attacked. I think a lot of people are asking for what they can't handle. Some people want a high value, good person, not to be perceived with nice, good person. And don't understand that with that comes accountability. Self-accountability. With that comes a higher level of self-awareness. With that comes a high level of self-love. With that comes a high level of bringing value, period. So inside of all of the, where all the good women, good men at, I only ever really see good men.
Yeah. It's about who you attract.
Because of where I'm at.
Seriously. I remember there was a point in my life where I was strictly attracting on both female and male sides, like users, manipulators, deceivers, people like leeches. But then, I did the work, I changed my environment, and now I'm sitting here and I have a different circle of friends.
Yes.
Now my income is increasing.
Yes.
My opportunity is literally, you have to do the internal work to attract what you want. If you are not attracting quote unquote good men, it's not a them problem, it's a you problem.
Yes. Period. I think, and this is a thing too, because we have to remember, attractive people attract everything. Right? I used to always say you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. That's not true. If you are attractive, you attract, period. So you have to have enough discernment to be able to say, yes, this person is or is not for me. And you have to know yourself well enough to understand, are you in alignment with where it is that you want to go? Are they also, do you have similar core values? Because this is the thing. Personalities are going to change. The way that we look at things may change. Viewpoints may change, but is our foundation and our principle similar enough to say, okay, well, if we get a crack in this foundation, we both have the spiritual capacity to be able to fix it and desire to want to do that with one another? Or are you like most people in 2024 where you just quit? So I think there are so many good women and men out here, and it just comes down to, are you doing the work, number one, to put yourself around them, and number two, get out of your house. Okay, how many people are like, I don't ever date? You ain't been out your house in 3 years.
I literally just had a conversation with my sister about this. You know, I'm not going to name her because I'm not about to put her on blast. She's 37, still a virgin, ain't never had sex ever.
That's really admirable.
Right.
That's your future wife.
But I was like, you know, she's like, I feel like I'm in a space to date. I say, well, you need to leave the house. Like, you need to get outside and like be more. I told her, I said, you are a beautiful person. You are a beautiful woman inside and out. I said, but you're not that friendly, and that may come off wrong. Like, you don't want to scare people away because you're so guarded in who you are as a woman of, you know, as a woman of God. I understand like the morals you have. That's admirable. I love that about you, and I honor that. However, go outside.
Get out your house.
I even told her to download a dating app.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a Christian dating app, Upward.
It's a wild.
Listen, my other sister, Dearica, shout out to her. She was a virgin when she got married. She was 4 months pregnant on her wedding day. They got married at the courthouse and then got married like 4 months later. She was pregnant with my nephew. Yes, and she met her husband on Upward on a dating app.
You know, I'm so curious how much men value virginity anymore. I almost feel like most men don't.
You don't think so?
I feel like that used to be something that was, I think we're in a different day and age. I think it used to be something that was so like, dang, like, I got a virgin. Now it's probably like, dang, she don't know how to do nothing.
But I believe it's because they have because they have a high body count and because their sexual market value is low.
The men?
Yeah. They feel like they should have an expectation. Like, you will miss out on your wife because she's not a freak, not realizing that you can teach her to be that way.
You can teach her. We coachable out here.
Sometimes you just can't teach.
First of all, that's not true.
I don't agree. Italy, you don't think there's things.
There's an energy behind certain things. Like, you just can't
I feel like if you have the energy that is willing and open to try to learn, I feel like anybody can learn. You can be molded into who I want you to be sexually. If you love me enough to be open. Yeah, the energy has to be there for sure. But if you're going to be a prude about it, no, it's not going to happen. But if you're open and be like, you know what, especially this is with marriage, guys. I want to make that clear. If, you know, when you find your spouse and you're like, teach me all the things.
There's still energy behind that.
For sure. 110%.
But that's the reason why we would call to wait to marry. Because
exactly.
You sleep with all these people, now your mindset is,
oh, she got to do this. She got to do this. She got to do that.
You wouldn't have known before. That's what I'm saying. It's a new age.
You're supposed to experience that
together.
So at the end of the day, yeah, you can be taught, you can learn these things, but when you come already with too much knowledge,
yeah,
you feel like you can't be taught nothing no more.
Yeah.
I need somebody. You don't do this. I ain't that person. So either you teach me or it ain't gonna never.
It ain't gonna happen, bro.
But
it ain't.
We ain't supposed to be doing that no way. So.
We ain't supposed to be doing that, homie.
It's a new life out here. It's a whole new day.
It's a new life. It's a new day. It's a new dawn.
It's a new dawn.
It's a new a lot of things. And my whole thing is when it comes down to, I feel like it's a childhood thing because from a childhood, men are like taught that the more women you sleep with, the more of the man that you are.
I think,
what do you mean? What?
I think
I've heard that so many times.
I've heard that too. But
and we from the same place. We like, first of all, not what? I didn't say my daddy said that. I just said I've heard men say that they were taught. Like, for instance, Lil Boosie had like strippers at his
example.
But I'm just saying, but that's what men do. Just saying, Lil Boosie is a representation of a lot of hood guys who will hire strippers to give their son, like to hire strippers to give their son's head for their 13th birthday. I'm not playing. Look it up. I'm not playing, Sarah.
Okay, next question.
Yep, next question.
My heart can't handle it.
Okay.
It's too
All
heavy.
I'm saying, listen, is it's a stigma. Okay, this is a good one.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
The actuality of mental health, and would you stay with your partner through it, or would you stay with your partner or leave them? Like, if they had bipolar disorder or schizophrenia or manic depression, would you stick? Like, if they were all of the things, but they suffered with this mental illness, depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, would you stick with them, or you be like, you know what, I don't got time for this?
Oh, I didn't know they had this before I married them. How did I not know that?
Let's say you're not married. Let's say that you're not married and you discovered it. Like, he told you after y'all have had like y'all have discovered that y'all really like each other and y'all doing the things, and you just like, oh yeah, I'm bipolar. I don't know how you introduce stuff like that. I'm not bipolar, but it's just like I've dealt with somebody. I'm not dealt with somebody, but I have a friend who has like bipolar schizophrenia, like manic, like it's bad to the point where like
schizophrenia though,
like manic, like bipolar disorder. Like, I've woken up, I'm in my bed sleep and I wake up to them next to me, like squatting next to me in my room, like, and they were not. I had no idea that, like, I'm just getting back into town. Like, you're not supposed to be here, and you're just in my house. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The president needs me for something. I'm like, what are you saying to me right now? I just feel
like I would never date that person, if to begin with. I could be your friend,
but how would you like? Okay, I see what you mean.
Because I personally feel like, wait, can you read me the question again?
Like, would you stay with the person through, like, would you stay with them or leave if they had like?
So this is what I think. I think anything that is clinically, what's it called when it's clinically
diagnosed?
Mm-hmm. Anything that is clinically diagnosed, I probably wouldn't choose that person as my lifetime partner. But
what if he was sweet to you and all of the things?
Absolutely not. Because it's a phase, and I don't want to go. And selfishly, I've done enough work where I don't have to choose that person. I would rather be with myself than a person that brings me through crazy highs and lows. I don't choose that for me. Now, if it is a person that is going through maybe a depression and we are in a committed relationship, my question is, how long are you committed to this season?
Right.
Because there's a difference between people that are committed to their season and they need that time to grow and get better and feel better and come out of it. And there are people that are committed to this as a lifestyle. And I think that those two differentiating factors make a really big deal. If you can't help yourself but be, you know, like, you're sad or you're whatever, I'm gonna do my part. But if you're committed to this for life, I can't choose you. But if you're fighting through it, then I'm here to fight with you.
I got a curveball for you.
Okay.
What if y'all madly in love, y'all falling in love with each other, y'all getting married, and then it's discovered later on that he has these issues?
That would never happen with me.
Oh, okay.
Because I go for the jugular inside of any relate. You know how well think of how well I know you. You think I don't go deeper with my man? It's literally like, I want to know all of
the things,
the good, the bad, the ugly, the shadows, and the light. And inside of that, I get to choose whether I choose you. And that's why I'm not just out here sleeping with people that I'm dating, because I don't even know if I like you yet. I don't, 15 minutes, 7 minutes of satisfaction for a lifetime
not
of regret?
7 minutes. 7 minutes?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at 7 minutes. Look, I prefer 7 to 15. That's ideal for me.
That's it? 7 to 15 minutes?
7 to 15
in a
ideal.
session?
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy.
Nope, can't do it. That long session stuff, that's for them young kids. I'm 36 now. You know, I'm good.
Girl, you don't turn 36 and just act like you just old.
I'm grown.
Wait, are you saying you have to get to know all that before you like commit or lock down?
Yes.
That's gonna be tough.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's gonna be terrible.
That's
Why
tough.
is that gonna be terrible?
Because you're dealing with a human and you're also a human, which means you can take 3 years to get to know a person.
It doesn't take me that long.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter how long you take the person. when you're actually with them, they're going to change. You're going to change.
Yes.
So you just signing up for the pre-BS. Like, okay.
Not the pre-BS.
All that. Okay, you good date. Okay, bet. Now that it's 3 years into our marriage, there's something new.
For sure.
And you just gonna have
but it's not going to be, I didn't know you had schizophrenia.
It might be.
No, it's not.
You know why?
Why?
You know why vows are what they are before you say I do?
I do know.
It's because anything could happen.
True.
So
I use my parents all the time.
There you go. So if your man get diagnosed with schizophrenia, you bet you're dating all of them. Every last one of them personalities.
Touche. I just didn't know that was a diagnosis that happens in later years. I didn't know that.
People do discover later.
Until, you know what I'm saying?
That's not the same though.
It is, because when I was younger, I was not lactose intolerant. I'm just saying, like, your body and stuff goes through changes. Things happen.
Yeah. My dad got cancer in his 60s. So I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that I won't fight it out.
But I'm not even talking about like physical body things. I'm talking about like, it's easier for you to say what you're not going to deal with until you end up with somebody that has to deal with you. So everybody wants the perfect version of somebody else, but they don't want to change themselves. So if your man, when you done screening your man, and y'all get married, and 4 years later, your mindset just switch on stuff that you used to love back then, he gonna look at you like, hold on, this ain't what I signed up for. And what you gonna do then? It's like, oh well, okay, well I changed my mind.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to be willing to do that.
But I know that. And I said that earlier. Personalities change inside of relationships. But does the desire for the mission, if we are committed to the mission and the vision of the marriage, period, are we going to get back to baseline? Does that mean that we never get off track? No, that's not what that means. We're human. Stuff happens. Life happens. Strongholds happen. Problems happen. All of the things happen. I understand that.
And that's the whole point of modeling it after
Christ.
Simply because
getting back to baseline.
Before you you're trying to get to know a person, which is cool, but you're trying to get to know every little detail about a person.
Yes.
Before you say I do.
No. Before I commit in a relationship.
Right.
The way that I do that is people are my friend. Be my friend.
But for one, I guarantee you, you can meet a dude all you want to.
Yes.
Then he's not finna show you not even finna show him who you really is.
Not true.
As a friend. So as a friend, you gonna date for a long time. Are you gonna sleep with him before so you can know what the sex is like before? Or are you gonna
as my friend? I don't sleep with my friends.
That's the point.
Yeah.
People don't want to, ain't no such thing as boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't do all that.
That's true.
So you can sit here and lean on your own and say, well, you gotta court me first. We gotta go here first. Okay, cool. We ain't doing nothing but just playing house, which the Bible say, look, don't do that if you're not gonna you might as well just get married.
Yeah.
So what kind of test do you plan on putting your man through before you say, okay, now we can be boyfriend and girlfriend? Because as a friend, I ain't got no business coming at your house late at night.
Agreed.
Talking about certain things.
Agreed.
So how you gonna get to know the real me?
Because the real you doesn't have to be at night or only around affection. The real you, which is like the vulnerable you, like realistically speaking, sexual stuff is the easiest to do. All things sexual is the easiest to do. What's hard is knowing that he can be open and honest. What's hard is knowing that he can be vulnerable enough to say in the future, baby, I'm struggling with depression. What's hard is knowing that I have a man that takes pride in taking leadership inside of the relationship. So I think that you can get beautiful glimpses of that far before you're ever in a relationship. Or you can say, you know what? I value you as a human. I value you inside of my life, and I want to have you in my life as my friend. And because you never cross any barriers that are inappropriate as far as friendship versus boyfriend and girlfriend, you can actually genuinely be friends with that person. Now, whether or not a man chooses to do that or not, that's up to him. But I personally feel like no, there's no way to possibly plan for marriage. And that's why most marriages fail, because they don't teach us. It's trial and error. Most people get frustrated enough and they just give up and they quit. Like I said earlier, one of the things that I value the most inside of relationships is having the ability to ride it out. I have seen ride or die love with my parents. They have been through absolutely everything. And that in itself, can we have a conversation without you yelling? I can't even function inside of yelling. No, I'm just saying, like, there are certain things that you will absolutely see because they're character traits, they're personality traits. And although personality does change over time, most times your character stays the most consistent.
Okay, next question. What in the world was that?
I'm just saying. Okay, sorry.
All right, this is the last question.
Okay.
Do you think it is appropriate for a man to be friends with his ex when they have no children?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell no.
Now, I have seen successful exes be friends. Okay, so I had a old high school friend of mine that just passed away. We just buried him on Friday. Rest in peace to Jamal Campbell. We were in band together. We all played trumpet. I played saxophone, but I switched to trumpet. And Jamal and this girl named Ponce, they were two peas in a pod. So when I knew that he passed, I knew she was gonna be a mess because they were the best of friends. Like he was her son's godfather. They were like this, and she's married to another man. So it's just like I've seen different, but I understand why you say hell no.
Yeah, so look, this is how I feel, because there are exceptions to a rule. Okay, there can be an exception. I just don't want any exceptions around me. Personally, I personally feel like it's inappropriate, and I feel like, for what reason? Because this is the thing. Not that I don't trust my man, not even that I'm insecure. It's just my standard. If you don't like it, don't choose me. If that person is more important than the relationship that we're building, be with that person or keep that person. I don't want any person inside of a me and you relationship to trump how I feel about something, and vice versa. If there's a man that you don't respect that man, my girl just asked me the other day, I have a really close guy friend, and she said to me, if your man were to say, I don't like your relationship with this person. In fact, it could be the three of us or like none of us, but there's not going to be any more. Y'all talk on the phone, y'all catch up together. Well, friend, it's been fun and I love you.
Really?
And I can love you from afar. And every so often we'll check in, but I feel like it is and there's never been a sexual thing. So I just feel like I might have some qualifying questions. Like if he's like, I think, the example that she used was, I think that he's in love with you. I would ask, well, what makes you feel that way? I would want to understand. And if he just doesn't feel good, it's not worth it to me personally. Now, I think that people can do it and they do it every day. I don't think I'm that person right now.
Well, yeah, that's okay. You own your truth.
Yeah, I don't desire that. It's giving, enjoy your friends. Yeah. Yeah. And now, can you have friends of the opposite sex? Maybe. Okay. But ex?
Nah.
An ex?
Nah.
Y'all, she's seen every crevice that you have?
Nah.
No. I'm sorry. I just feel like some things need to be exclusive. That's my take. Yeah.
Well, that's it, Sarah. That's all we got.
Well, guys, that has been another episode of It's Giving. If you made it this far, then please hit that button below. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit that little bell so you get a new notification. If you have not yet and you are excited about our newsletter, hit the MsSarahFontenot.com so you can get enrolled in our newsletter and get all types of fun and free things coming straight to you from us. And if no one has told you today, you are freaking phenomenal. Bomb.com. Nothing can stop you but you got to do something about it. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Anissa. Thank you, Kenny.